Shout out to you guys. This is going to be very quick. The interview with Jack Reiss is a really good interview for you guys to check out from FightHype. Everything I said, goes in a little bit more detail, but again, he validates everything I've said, and everything that he did, as I said before, was outstanding. Was the right thing to do. There was no extra time given and all of that stuff, and so it's very important for you guys to understand that. I just wanted to say that, and you guys can check the link. It's in the chat section, so you guys can check that out. Again, only being validated. I keep on getting validated by the best boxers in the world. When Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather, guys like that, of that caliber, of that status, talk about the fact that Tyson Fury won this fight and that it was a robbery. Well, Andre Ward never said it was a robbery. He said he was okay with the draw. Me, I can never be okay with the draw. Never. That's a robbery, I tell you. Because this fight could never be drawn. I ask you, anybody. I ask anybody. I challenge any one of you out there. Find me 5 rounds that Deontay Wilder won outright. So far, one guy, he tried to tell me 5 rounds, and he forgot about the 9th round, which is a knockdown round that Wilder had. All goes to show you, these guys they just mount rounds off the top of their head. And listen, I come with facts, so I can easily bring the punch stats to show you guys the trend that was going on between Fury and Wilder. Okay? And while Fury didn't outthrow Wilder, he outlanded Wilder. For every single round, 9 out of the 12 rounds, according to punch stats, he outlanded Wilder. Go figure. All right? But even so, punch stats doesn't always tell the story. Let's look at power punches. 10 out of the 12 rounds, Fury outlanded Wilder with power punches. And 9 out of the 12 rounds, he outjabbed Wilder. That's dominance. That's dominance. You would not find it with Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo. You wouldn't find that with, you could have argued, well, maybe, Wilder was, he's not a jabber. He's just using power punches. Nope. In this case, the punch out shows that in every single register, Fury outdid Wilder. That's what those punch stats say. That's a one-sided fight. And if you excuse the 9th and 12th rounds where there was the knockdowns, which Wilder by default wins, you have to find three more rounds. It's not going to happen. Why? Because if you're telling me Wilder only won 7 of the 12 rounds, then you're telling me it's a close fight and it was a tip and tat like this. That was not what we saw. We didn't see a tit and tat. We saw a one-sided fight. Boxing-wise, one-sided fight. And anybody, you have to be in denial saying it's tit for tat. There was no tit for tat. Okay? And punch stats usually gives you a guide to how a fight goes. When a guy is landing more power shots than you do, at a higher connect percentage, and out jabbing you at a higher connect percentage, that person's won the fight. And not like a marginal higher connect percentage. No, we're talking about tremendously higher connect percentage. Almost double your connect percentage. You got to pay attention to those punch stats. With Canelo versus Triple G, Canelo landed the higher connect percentage, but he didn't always land the majority of punches per round. He did land the majority of power punches per round. In this case, in every single demographic and punch stats, Fury outdoes Wilder. You cannot deny that. It is a one-sided fight. You may have been in denial. Your mind might have been programmed in the first round. Oh, not much happened, so Wilder won that round because he was aggressive. No. You got to watch how he missed in every single shot he throws. How much Fury keeps on landing the shots. Wilder may have been throwing more, but Fury was landing more. So defense, effective aggression, clean, effective punching, ring generalship. When you go with those 4 criteria, all of a sudden, Fury's the guy that's winning the fight. I mean, this ain't common sense. First round, It was Fury's round. He dictated how the fight would happen. If this was a Wilder round, if the first round was a Wilder round, how does Wilder's first rounds usually go in all of his fights? It's a feel-out round, right? So usually, Wilder don't ever win the first round of any of his fights. So for you guys to give Wilder the first round tells me, initially, it tells me you really don't know a Wilder fight and how a Wilder fight goes. Wilder touched Fury to the body in the first round. He touched him to the body. He had a right hook to the body that landed. That's it. He ain't land nothing else. Talking to a guy that know boxing, man. We talk boxing. We're not talking black power or white power and all that other baloney. Leave that out the ring. Leave that out the ring now. We talking the actual boxing, the actual fight. You know me, I only talk about what's in the ring. Yeah, we could talk social issues. We could talk about how Wilder is a black fighter. He ain't getting the credit he deserves. And even for this fight, he's not getting the credit for the knockdown. I'm with you with all of that. Because in my opinion, Wilder is an excellent boxer. As was Sergey Kovalev. But he's dealing with another beast. He's dealing with a guy that's been doing this since he was 2, since he was 1. It's a different category of fighter you're dealing with. Canelo Alvarez has been doing it since he's a little child. Gennady Golovkin been doing it too, but Canelo's a different beast. Mayweather been doing it since he's a baby. Andre Ward been doing it since he's a kid. These are different kinds of beasts. You have to look at the kind of fighter. Wilder's good. Don't get me wrong. He's learning a lot, and he's growing. And he got that power and everything. But he's not on the level of Tyson Fury. He's just not. And I'm amazed that he was able to catch up with Fury when Fury made that mistake and make him pay for it. Because Wilder's not on the level of Fury, and yet Wilder caught Fury. That's big. That's huge for Wilder. He's going to work on that. And Fury's going to work on making sure that never happens again. Okay? All I'm saying to you guys is you got to understand boxing. And you guys ready to call me coon, and you're ready to call me all kinds of bad names. You know, because I ain't endorsing your fighter like that. Because I ain't making those excuses for your fighter. I'm not like you. I'm not a liar. I'm not gonna lie for a fighter. Once again, FightHype validates me. Validates me. This fight was a robbery. Am I mad at the fight itself? No. Am I one guy that throws robbery around? No. But in this case, you will never be able to prove to me that this fight was a draw. This fight was not a draw. Just like Pernell Whitaker versus Julio Cesar Chavez was not a draw. It's not a draw. All right? And that's just what it is. And the rematch will prove me correct. The rematch will prove me correct. Just as how the rematch with Canelo versus GGG proved me correct. Just as how the rematch with Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev proved me correct. Because we got fans that deny reality to support their fighter. And usually their fighter's a power puncher. And they get all carried away about the power puncher. It's always about power with you dummies. You don't get it. This is boxing. It's not a power. It's not a knockout contest. It's boxing. And the sooner you guys understand it's boxing, you'll stop going with the power dude. And you'll watch and assess the thing first. You guys go with the hype all the time. That's why you fall short. This is boxing. I don't care that Tyson Fury is a racist. It's what he does in the ring. Because I didn't care that Sergey Kovalev was over. I'll address that issue when the time comes. But when we talk about the actual fight, you have to be able to be unbiased about the fight itself. And you guys don't know how to separate those things. You guys get caught up in social issues and stuff. Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao, man. He beat Manny Pacquiao. All the excuses in the world that people making. And they try to bring race into it now. He beat Manny Pacquiao. I watched it. I saw the fight. He beat him. All right. And you guys got to be able to acknowledge facts. Lomachenko beat Guillermo Rigondeaux. Big Guillermo Rigondeaux fan. Right? Now we can make excuses. Oh, he was too small. Rigo, no. You can't make excuses. Lomachenko beat him. He beat him. Made him quit. He beat him. Made him confused and made him quit. It's what it is. And you can say, oh, he dragged him up and went up. He took the fight. He lost. I eat my crow. You guys got to learn to be honest. Stop trying to defend a fighter. You look like a sore loser, or you look like a sore person trying to make excuses for the fighter. Wilder can improve as a boxer. I have no doubt in his mind he's gonna try and be more composed next fight. But he's gonna find when he starts to miss, he's gonna lose his composure at some point. When you can't find the target and you getting bopped upside the head, you get confused and you get anxious. That's what happened with him. Defense, baby. Fury gave him the opportunity to counterpunch him. If Fury don't give you the opportunity at all, it's a shutout. And he beats Anthony Joshua easier than he beat Deontay Wilder, because Anthony Joshua can't move like Wilder. Wilder's very athletic and can move really well around the ring. Joshua is a lot more schooled and much more orthodox. Fury will have fun with him. Complete fun with him. Joshua would be worse than Klitschko. He would just be standing in one spot taking punches to the head. Wilder beats Joshua. Wilder beats Joshua because Wilder can move. Joshua's slow on his feet. He uses the high guard to protect himself. That's Joshua. And Wilder going to find that hold and put him out. You got to understand boxing. And Wilder boxes pretty well. He can box on the back foot and the front foot. Joshua gets beat by Wilder. And he gets beat by Fury. And y'all know this. Why do you think Joshua didn't show up for the fight? You think Joshua want a piece of them? Either two guys? That's a step up, a big step up from Klitschko. And Klitschko gave him horrors. What do you think Wilder will do? Wilder performed better than Klitschko against Fury, right? Okay, then. If he struggled with Klitschko and got dropped, what do you think Wilder will do him? Wilder has a similar style, the 1-2. Just much more mobile, much more quicker, much stronger. What do you think will happen? This ain't rocket science, folks. I gotta go. You guys gotta understand boxing and know your fights. I was wrong about Klitschko versus Fury. Fury beats Klitschko. You think Wilder was just gonna beat Fury? Really? Really? We'll see. That'll be a rematch. Joshua be prattling that gum, bumping that gum. He know he ain't got no piece of them. He know those two guys gonna rematch each other. They're not interested in him. Joshua knows that already. Eddie Hearn knows that. That's why they're tweeting and doing as if they want to make a fight. They know they ain't going. Right now, Deontay Wilder has no interest in them, and Fury has no interest in them. But to make the Wilder-Fury fight hype up some more, they like that Joshua's in the equation, and he's bumping his gum. The other guy you got to watch out for is Jarrell Miller. He's a spoiler in this. We'll see how Jarrell Miller develops as time goes along, and he's going to be a threat. He's an inside fighter, and he can get to the inside, so it's going to be interesting when he shows up on the scene. Yeah. And you always got King Kong Ortiz on the outside, waiting to spoil something. Brian Jennings still a good boxer. He got a couple good boxers in the heavyweight division. Joseph Parker, you know, Hughie Fury. You got a couple of them. Hughie Fury's, he's all right. I mean, you got Chisora, been around for a while. Dillian White's been around for a while. Anthony Joshua's probably going to rematch Dillian White. That's what I see happening. Usyk might get Chisora. Usyk's in the division as well. All right, guys, man. I got to get out of here. You guys have a good one.